Hello, everyone. This is Defense Politics Asia, and there's a saying, we human beings learn history so that we can learn from history, so that we don't make the same mistake twice. And clearly, humans don't do that. So, Armenia has approved EU membership to is a membership bid. There's not yet. So I need to explain a bit more. So what happened is that some of these minor pro-European parties in Armenia managed to do a petition and successfully gain enough signature to force the Armenian government to, talk about EU accession. However, this is not a official process of joining the EU just yet. So they simply just call for the country to launch a bid to join. It's not yet the thingy yet. In order to join EU or officially join EU, they need to hold a national referendum first. Until the population of Armenia, the Armenians themselves, through the referendum, decide that they want to join EU, then the official joining of EU will start. This is just parliamentary, so the maybe the politicians will talk about it, and then eventually they will do a referendum to whether to join the EU. So the foreign minister says that the EU has demonstrated its commitment to Armenia's security and stability, and so they say that the deeper ties with Brussels will pave the way for long-term peace and prosperity. And as I said, no one learns anything from history. Armenia is literally following the footsteps of Ukraine. And how does it lead to more peace and prosperity is beyond me. Because I asked an AI, I asked, no, what is the advantage of joining the EAU, So what is for Armenia? They say that there is a lot of things, including economic growth. Is it have increased the Armenia's economic growth, as gain competitive edge in terms of exporting beverages, agricultural products, and minerals, and a large market. And in fact, the EAU also have funds given to Armenia to develop its infrastructure. So if you go to the Wikipedia, you can see that Armenia is a member state, and this membership is pretty recent. In September 2013, the Armenia announced its intention to join the custom union of the Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Russia, and then they already have the free framework with CIS and the free trade agreement, and basically they already it's like they are getting closer and more integrated with Russia and its allies or trade unions. Somehow, not just 10 years later, they say they're going to join EU, which means that if they join EU, they're going to have to leave this EAU, this union, this economic union. It cannot suffice. The two things cannot be at the same time. You cannot be part of European Union and part of this Eurasian Economic Union. You just cannot, because the trade, the tariff systems, everything, the standardization of everything doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So and so I look at the various sources, and so you can see that Pashinya, the Prime Minister of Armenia, said that according to the Constitution, to join EU or any other supranational organization can only be taken by a referendum. So tentatively, they will not be able to just join. There will be a process, and this process is going to be the similar lead up to the Euromaidan situation. And I cannot see what's so attractive about EU. I don't really understand. Like, what's so attractive about it? What can you get that Russia, the trading within the Russian bloc, cannot get? I don't get it. Like, what, Netflix? I don't know. No, Netflix is not part of the EU, by the way. It's the American thing. I'm just joking. So yeah, this is a part of this ongoing thing. The Armenia, because they lost Nagorno Karabakh, or Aksat. Republic of Assad, they lost it. They lost it to Azerbaijan, and they really hated the Russians for like not backing them, not fighting for them, and not killing Azerbaijans for them, and they decided that no, yeah, maybe Russia is not that big brother that they need. They want another big brother that can give them more, maybe militarily to take back these mountains. Maybe the West promised Armenia some, some stuff. I don't know, but it's geopolitically this is a very very dangerous move from Armenia, and so this and I so as my research, I found this article or this statement rather, from published on TASS. Basically, this is like government media. So the deputy prime minister of Russia, Alexei Overchuk, basically explains that Armenia will eventually realize that they actually already know that they will not be able to find the benefits that they are enjoying right now in any other membership of any other organization except in the Eurasian Economic Union. So he said that the advantage of Armenia has thanks to its membership in EAU, it will not receive anywhere else. The leadership understand this, and the people there are smart. This is they say that this always very underscore the words of support for the economic agenda of the EAU. We see this. So he said Pashinyan say some stuff, but obviously, it's not about what he says. It's about the political process, the espionage, the fanning of the flames of support for EU membership is the problem. You see the same problem right now in Georgia, where the protests by the pro-EU protesters go into like 40 days or more, and they refuse to stop the protest because they can't win the election. So, and this is a poison. It's like a cancer, where the losers cannot accept that they lost, and their priority is not in the good of the country, but simply just to join you. Like there's no other things. Like it's all about joining that pack. It's not about whether your country do well or not. So it's a very toxic thing. Same thing happening in Ukraine. What are they fighting right now for? I have actually almost lost the idea of what was the entire war is about. Joining NATO is not exactly joining EU. Maybe they overthrew their government, their president over trying to join EU because he's a bit slow. He wanted to think a bit more, and then they overthrew him, and then caused the breakup of the country, and then Russia swooped in, steal Crimea, and then caused a war that is totally unnecessary. And now people are dying. Probably 1 million people have already died, at least just on the Ukrainian side. Maybe this is just my own estimate. And over what? I have no idea over what. They can't get into EU because they are not going to get past all the regulations and expectations from the EU to join the EU. There is certain regulations. Ukraine is not going to pass those, and they're not going to get into NATO because Donald Trump is going to become president. So the war is for nothing now. Like for land, to take back the land left by people who don't want to be part of Ukraine, I have no idea. We're going to see very dangerous signs that Armenia will eventually go into this path. Although Armenia is a way smaller country, a war with Armenia will end very quickly. Just like in Georgia, they will be like just fall. Ukraine is one of the biggest army, if not the biggest army, outside of Russia at the beginning of the war. So, or the biggest standing army. So it's a different thing. I mean, I still feel like Armenia is not doing this right. But of course, they don't have much options. If you don't trust the Russians, you don't want to be part of them, and you want to be part of the West, and then of course the only way is to join the EU. But yeah, and they are not. I don't think they're gonna get what they think it is. So anyway, this is the 3rd of April 2024. This is like almost a year statement. But we are still seeing this happening right now. That they're gonna try and start this legal process. So anyway, we shall see how this continues to play out. It's not good news, but I mean, unless you're very pro EU, then this is good news. For me, I just see this as a another success by the pro-EU forces, or whatever espionage that is currently happening to destroy countries with this drug called EU. Anyway, thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and yep, I'll see you guys in the next update.